Hello everybody, Doing Cliche here. Welcome to another episode of Doing Disney Movie Reviews. Again, let's get the prologue and get right on with the review. Released to Disney Channel on February 17th, 2012, the movie is Radio Rebel. The film starts at Lincoln Bay High, where Tara Adams, played by Debbie Ryan, is talking with her friend Audrey Sharma, played by Serena Palmer.
Okay, last night, Radio Rebel
was awesome.
as usual. Reject the status quo is my new life motto. She's so inspiring, so herself.
I wish I could be more like her.
You should talk to your stepdad.
What? Why?
He runs Slam FM, the biggest radio station in Seattle. Maybe he could give you an internship. That'd be a confidence booster, right?
Are you kidding me? He's been married to my mom for, 2 months? And he probably thinks I'm a total step freak. I freak out when he asks what kind of cereal I want. I just wish I could talk to everyone the way I talk to you. Guess that's why you're my BFF?
BFFTLEWE. Best friends for totally like ever, without exception.
Catchy.
The two are then approached by twin brothers Barry and Larry, played by Ian Belcher and Rowan Kahn respectively, who tell Tara about Radio Rebel, giving out a big clue about her identity.
She goes to our school. She mentioned it at minute 14:30 in Tuesday night's podcast.
Wow, obsessed much, Larry?
Obsess? Please! I would hardly describe myself as obsessive. Obsessive. What? It's flu season. So exciting! Someone on the radio who's actually one of us. God, she could be that girl. Or her, or her, or that girl. No, that girl's too tall. Radio Rebel's voice sounds like 5'6" to me, and her hair is reddish. Like Tara's.
No, she's nothing like Tara.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, we love you, but you're nothing like Radio Rebel, who's definitely a blonde.
And you know this how?
Radio Rebel is my soulmate. We're connected. For example, I also got a minus in participation.
How can that be? You never shut up.
Exactly.
Tara and Audrey then see the school's queen bee, Stacy DeBane, played by Merritt Patterson. She's talking to her friend Kim, played by Allie Bertram, about wanting to be the prom queen, and they walk over to her.
This is what I was talking about. Everyone thinks they can just talk to us because of that eternally lame radio babble.
Methinks she protests too much.
Yeah, we thinks... Wait, what do we think?
That maybe she's Radio Rebel.
Please. Like I would ever encourage people like you to talk to us.
Aha! So you admit you listened to her.
This one's staring at me. Make it stop.
Please don't stand so close to us.
You and I aren't any different. Like Radio Rebel said.
No words. You don't think we're different? Watch and learn. Principal Marino?
Stacy. Is everything all right over here?
Actually, no. Audrey was trying to get me to listen to some podcast in class. Of course I said no.
What? No, I mean, I never...
You know that there's an anti-distraction policy. Let me see your bag.
But I wasn't even listening to it.
Oh, no, you can't, can you? You too, young lady. Hand it over. Thank you for bringing this to my attention, Stacy.
Meanwhile, two members of a band called the G's, named Gavin and Gabe, played by Adam DeMarco and Atticus Mitchell respectively, are happy about playing at the prom. Suddenly, Stacy and Kim walk by.
Dude, you are in.
What do you mean?
Stacy and her college boyfriend just called it quits, which means, as of right now, she doesn't have a prom date.
Can't ask her to prom.
Didn't you see that?
Hi, Gavin.
It's the band, man, and we're getting some heat. A little tension from the ladies. Your stock is on the rise, and Stacy's noticing.
Well, what would I even say?
Listen to me. Okay, focus. Eye of the Tiger, Don't Stop Believin'. We are the champions.
Are you just quoting song titles?
This is your chance, man. Seize the moment. Our fan base is expanding to other schools, the city.
I still feel like that awkward kid with the guitar just hanging out in your garage.
Forget that nerd. Now you're Gavin of the G's. We're going all the way, baby. Recording contracts, sold out stadiums. G's for life?
G's for life.
Tara and Audrey then get to class. Gavin comes in, Tara steps out of the room, and Audrey follows her.
What is Gavin doing here? He's in drama. You know, you could talk to him. You've had a crush on him since, like, the first Harry Potter movie.
No. No, he is a newborn pup. Okay, totally wrong social bracket. The best thing for me is to just avoid him altogether.
Gavin's not elitist like that. Ask yourself, what would Radio Rebel do?
You will be translating a scene from Shakespeare.
The teacher then asks for a volunteer to write something on the board, and she picks Tara, who is nervous.
You can do it. Just don't make eye contact.
And I was thinking maybe we could
Hello? Walk much?
Okay, people, settle. I still need a volunteer.
Are you all right?
Later at home, Tara's stepfather Rob, played by Martin Cummins, shows Tara's mom Delilah, played by April Telek, a podcast by Radio Rebel.
That was the latest single from You First. But who are you exactly? I think we're always juggling a bunch of different yous. Like when you're with your friends. Sometimes you're the funny one, or the loud one, the thoughtful one. How about with someone you like? Which you shows up then? I don't even know who to be when I see the guy I'm crushing on, which is probably why I never talk to him. Is it just me, or do you feel like you're 17 different people too?
Yes, I do. I totally feel that
This
way.
song goes out to all
It's
my
amazing,
fellow
right?
Lincoln Bayers.
This is exactly what Slam FM needs, a fresh new vibe to get us out of this rating slump.
You need to ask Tara what she thinks. It could be a bonding moment.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that. It'd be a kind of a bonding thing. Stepdaughter, stepfather.
Rob then goes up to Tara's room and talks to her about Radio Rebel.
So what do you think of Radio Rebel?
What? Why?
I just want to get your take on her, that's all.
She's great. Bye now.
You know what? I knew that you'd think so. I really did, you know? We have so much in common, you know?
Yeah. Like we're both super busy.
So I know that this is a really difficult transition for you, and with your dad working in Taiwan and your mom and I just want you to know that you have a friend here.
It's fine. I'm fine. Really.
He then realizes that she's Radio Rebel.
You're Radio Rebel?
That depends. Am I in trouble?
No, of course not. I don't know how you're doing that. I mean, you're so shy.
I am. But she's not. I don't know. It just works.
He then hires her for Slam FM. Her mother then comes in, excited for her, and Tara asks her what if she messes up.
Oh, honey. You have to take risks. Like, I always thought chartreuse was a bad color for me, and then I tried it, and now it's my trademark. How do you know something isn't Fabu if you never try it, right?
The next day at school, Audrey again tells Tara to talk to Gavin.
He's just a person. Come on, go. Do it.
Hey. Cool shirt. I love that band. You First rules. The G's can only dream of being that good someday.
The G's are totally as good as You First.
Really?
Okay, here's our scene. Tara is Viola. Now, Tara, this role does require both walking and talking. Think you can manage? Just kidding. You know I love you. Okay, and Gavin, you're Alcino.
Wait, what about you?
Brower has me directing, and we've got a lot of work to do.
If you like You First, you should check out Red Letter Day. Have you ever heard of them?
No band talk right now, Gav. Sorry, but I don't want anyone to think I'm favoring you just because I'm your prom date. Speaking of, we need to work on your prom king campaign.
Outside, Audrey invites Tara over to her house to do yoga and listen to Radio Rebel. But Tara says she can't.
What do you mean? It's Radio Rebel's first show on Slam FM. Do you realize how epic that is? I mean, she was popular before, but now it's like the whole world will be listening, including us.
I have plans.
What plans?
Family plans.
You are the worst liar. You sound just like you did when you said you liked that haircut I got at the mall.
Wasn't that bad?
It was mullet adjacent. Tell me what you're hiding or I'll start screaming in 3 seconds.
What?
1,
Audrey, no.
2.
Audrey.
Well?
I'm sorry. I can't tell you.
I thought I was your BFFTLE.
Without exception.
Then why don't you trust me?
After school at Slam FM, Rob tells Tara how she'll be doing it. But Tara hides in a room and meets a lady named Cammy, played by Mercedes de la Zerda.
Girl, when Rob told me you were Radio Rebel, this was my face. What? Because I thought you were just this little shy thing. But you are all kinds of amazing. You are fierce. I just can't wait to see what you got going for the... Tara? Are you okay?
I can't even speak to Gavin without freezing. How am I supposed to speak to all of Seattle?
It's no different than recording in your bedroom.
Yes, it is. In my bedroom, I can pretend that nobody's listening. But right now, I know that everybody's listening. And Rob's putting all this pressure on it, and Mom wants it to be my chartreuse moment. And I don't even like chartreuse. I don't even know what chartreuse is.
Tara, come out where I can see you. Everybody gets nervous. It's totally normal. Just consider me like your best friend here at Slam. Catch your breath. Then we'll go out together. Okay?
Cammy then takes Tara to the live room.
Was this whole booth all for me?
We call this the live room because when that red light is on, you're live. If you want to move around, use this headset so we don't miss anything. There's your vocal masking button. You already know about that. And song selection's up to you. All right.
There's like 20,000 songs here.
You got some time before you go on? You want to practice? Get comfortable?
Practice. Wait, okay, maybe I should play a song just to make sure I know how to... Oh, no.
Bad practice. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. And I'm right next door if you need me. Just pretend you're in your bedroom. You're running 15.
Soon enough, the show begins.
This is Radio Rebel, live from Slam FM. Listen, I gotta confess, moving the show from my bedroom to Slam Studios was a bit terrifying. But life is all about change, right?
Maybe some people just want to label you as one thing, compartmentalize you, and walk away. We don't have to let that stop us from becoming who we want to be. Like that kid with a remote control car. Maybe he's gonna grow up to invent the first all-green rocket ship. Or the girl who gives everyone carnations on Valentine's Day just so no one feels left out. Maybe she'll grow up to be president. Guys, if we just drop the labels and cliques and just be ourselves, we have no idea what we're capable of.
Okay, if you're with me on this, wear red tomorrow. It'll be like saying that despite our differences, we're in this together.
The next day at school, Tara sees that Audrey is wearing red-rimmed glasses because of Radio Rebel, and lots of students are wearing red for the same reason.
How cool is that?
So you did listen to Radio Rebel last night. What happened to your mystery plans?
Can you guys tell us apart?
You guys are fraternal, not identical. Oh.
Mary and Larry then tell them that they ran a recording of Radio Rebel through a voice analysis app, and they're close to figuring out who she is.
Soon I'll be able to profess my undying love.
We'll be famous. Right? We could get a reward. Or at least our own reality TV show.
Where she and I could be married live on TV. Tara, since your stepdad runs Slam, maybe you could help us out.
Oh, I'm not allowed to go to Slam FM while she's there. To keep the mystery mysterious.
The truth is, Tara doesn't have time to do friend-related things.
Audrey!
What?
Tara then asks Audrey to keep it a secret and tells her that she's Radio Rebel. She doesn't believe her at first, so Tara proves it to her.
If you're like me and believe music can change the world one track at a time, you're gonna love this track by one of my new favorite bands.
Wow. I can't believe she's you. You're her. I mean, you're the last person I'd expect to be Radio Rebel, Tara.
It's been driving me crazy not telling you. And of course, I've been wanting to hang out, but I've been doing my show.
Here's the thing, you can't tell anyone, not even Larry and Barry, because Slam wants to keep it this big secret, and so do I.
Later, Tara and Gavin rehearse a scene for the upcoming play.
Tara, your character has a crush on Gavin's character, but she's hiding from the law or whatever, so she's disguised as a guy. And Gavin's character doesn't know you like him. So, you're in agony. I need to see real pain. Let's do the end again. And act!
My sister likes this guy. And by my sister, I mean my sister, not me at all, because look at my pants. See, I'm totally a dude.
Does this guy like her too?
That's the tragic part. She hasn't told him how she feels, so she's not sure if he feels the same way.
What's she waiting for?
Then, as they're about to rehearse the scene again, Gavin asks Tara if she listens to Radio Rebel.
Right? You were wearing red yesterday, so I figured. Rebel's right. Life's about taking risks, making changes. So, go ahead. Say what you feel.
It's just that this scene is about us falling for each other, even though we don't know it yet,
And blocking like this feels weird, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, the audience is supposed to get what we're feeling from what we're not saying, and it only works if we're closer.
Yeah, I like that better too.
Okay. We clearly need extra rehearsal. My place, tonight at 7.
Oh. Can't tonight. There's Wednesday's mandatory family dinner. With my family. Dinner.
Fine. Whatever. Lunch, tomorrow. Everybody's a director now.
Gavin then leaves, and Tara sees that he left his disc of a demo behind. So she uses it on the next Radio Rebel podcast.
This is Turn It All Around by the G's.
They are all gonna get into so much trouble for this. Radio Rebel doesn't tell me when to dance.
Time to take your own advice.
The next day at school during lunch, Gavin asks Tara how she thinks Radio Rebel got his demo CD. He then comes to the conclusion that Tara found it, gave it to her stepfather, and he gave it to Radio Rebel to play.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's the one that yes, that's the one. I'm that one with the. I like yours. This is a great song.
Thanks. But it doesn't really feel like my voice. It's like people are hearing me, but they're not hearing me. That sounded crazy, didn't it?
Not at all. Totally get you.
Well, thanks again.
Oh, yeah.
Later, there are posters everywhere asking who Radio Rebel is. So Tara goes to Slam FM and Cammy talks to her about it.
My mom just called and said she saw me on the bus. I was like, no, I'm at Slam. She was like, no, you're on the bus, the side of it.
They are spending money on marketing for you, which means the ratings must be up. You're famous.
No, I'm not. No, Radio Rebel is. Even Gavin has a thing for her.
That's good. We like Gavin, right?
Yes, we do. And it was hard enough when I had just Stacy to deal with. Now I'm competing with myself for his attention. And I appear to be losing.
Baby, you got fan clubs at every school in Seattle. I mean, look at all the petitions. We want a dance break every day. We want more Radio Rebel. Don't take our music away.
Wait. I have a really good idea. Okay, this is what we're gonna do.
Later, Cammy arrives in a car outside the school and plays a recording of Radio Rebel.
All right, listen up. I got a special message from our good friend, Radio Rebel.
This is Radio Rebel coming at you with a little lunchtime surprise.
That girl invaded our airwaves. Does she have to ruin my lunch too?
Now, a lot of you guys have IM'd and texted me about the powers that be taking away our music, and how it feels like part of ourselves is being taken away. That's not gonna make us better students. And you can't punish someone for relaxing during their downtime. Right, Principal Marino? You stole our music, and I'm giving it back. Text in requests. Lunchtime is our time.
Principal Marino, played by Nancy Robertson, then gives a speech to the entire school.
I want you all to know that this lunchtime fiasco was a fiasco. It is time for a certain DJ's reign of rebellion to come to an end. So, anyone with any information regarding the identity of this Radio Rebel is to report it to me immediately, or risk facing disciplinary actions themselves. Now get to class.
Later, while the G's are rehearsing, Gavin tells them that they can probably do better.
actually say something with our music, something meaningful, relatable. I was listening to
Gavin,
radio.
One, you don't stop in the middle of a song, man, okay? And two, our fans don't want a message. They want a party. You want meaningful? Go write a poem. Stick with what's working, all right? Stop.
Since when do our fans determine what we play?
It's the price of fame, my friend. 1, 2, 3.
Now that we've got a following, I think we can finally afford to take some risks and express ourselves creatively.
Negative. We're giving them what they want, all right? No more, no less. Okay?
Okay.
G's for life?
Sure. G's for life.
Attaboy.
The next day at school, Audrey tells Tara that Radio Rebel has been nominated for prom queen.
This is horrible. The whole point of Radio Rebel is that she's anonymous, remember? What's gonna happen if she wins? Who's gonna go up there and accept the crown? I could get expelled. I have to put a stop to this.
Are you crazy? You can't quit now. Not now, Mr. Migowski.
But I need the broom.
Audrey, I can't do this anymore.
You can.
I can't.
You can.
I can't.
You can! Not now!
I need the dustpan, too.
Here.
You're a hero to people, and that's why they nominated you. You can't turn your back on them now. This is your time to shine.
What if I don't want to shine? What if shining isn't really my thing?
As your BFF, TLE, WE, I'm legally obligated to make sure you do the show. Even if I have to drag you there.
Tara then takes Audrey to Slam FM where she meets Cammy. Rob then comes in and wants to talk to Tara alone.
Look, if this is about Audrey being here, she's the only person I told, and I totally trust her.
No, this is not about Audrey. This is about you. Principal Marino called. The lunchtime dance party, that was a mistake. She wants to expel Radio Rebel as soon as she finds out who she is.
Well, as long as she doesn't know it's me, we shouldn't have a problem.
Well, I can't take that chance, though, can I?
What do you mean?
I may run Slam FM, but I'm your stepfather first. And it's unfortunate, but this has gone too far.
Yes, it has. It's too far to stop now. Look, this is bigger than Slam, or Marino, or even me. I can't turn my back on the thousands of people who finally feel like they have a voice. And I'm not going back to the shy, invisible girl who's afraid to even speak. Look, I know that it's risky. But I'm not going to back down.
You know, I think that's the most that I've ever heard Tara say at one time.
During our next podcast, Tara asks her fans to say what they're afraid of and call in. So they do it.
I'm afraid Larry might be losing it.
I'm afraid I'll always be a single integer.
I'm afraid of power outages.
I'm afraid to do my own thing.
I was too.
Was? So what changed?
I guess I started doing the show, and I realized
You're not as alone as you feel.
you can remember that. It would be easier to take a risk.
Do your own thing.
Yeah. Thanks.
Later at home, Delilah comes into Tara's room and talks to her about being nominated for prom queen. But Tara explains to her that if Radio Rebel wins and she reveals her true identity, she'll get expelled by Marino.
I don't care about Principal Marino. Honey, people nominated you for prom queen because you inspire them. You're standing up for your beliefs. That's all I care about.
I don't think I'm going to prom.
Let me rephrase that. All I care about is you standing up for your beliefs and prom. You have to go. It's prom. No.
But if I
You
go...
have to.
Mom.
Yeah. Okay. You're going to prom. Excellent.
Next day at school, Principal Marino makes an announcement to the school about a Radio Rebel controversy.
Now, I gave her the chance to do the right thing and turn herself in, but she chose to hide, avoiding the consequences of her insubordination. Well, she can't hide forever, which is why, until Radio Rebel's identity is revealed, I'm canceling the prom. For everyone.
She can't do this! She can do whatever she wants. She's like the principal.
Now, do you think there's favoritism at Lincoln Bay?
So now the students are outside Slam FM protesting about the prom being canceled. Tara then goes into the place, does a podcast as Radio Rebel, and takes a bunch of complaint calls.
Do you know how many dreams you've crushed by canceling prom?
I agree with the last caller. I had just gotten a date and now it's over.
This is the last time I'm listening to you. Ever. Who do you think you are?
You disappointed everyone.
Do you even care about anyone but yourself?
Do you know how many dreams you've crushed?
I thought you were on my side.
Dream crusher, dream crusher. Do you know how many dreams you've crushed? You're a dream crusher. You ruined everything.
Okay. You guys are being honest about how you feel.
Tara then gets an idea. She and Audrey then start to leave, but the female protesters are still outside. So they ask a guy dressed in a sandwich costume to distract them.
I'm just sad the world will be deprived of me in my prom dress. It's a strapless number. It's oh so chic. It's a turkey on rye.
Hello, Seattle!
Care to comment on Radio Rebel?
Yes, I would! You're listening to DJ's Dancing Sandwich! The turntable spinning in a funky groove.
The sandwich can dance! Dance your sandwich! Woo! Hey, woo!
When I hear her, I got to move. I got to groove.
Later at school, Cammie gives an announcement to the school, and then Radio Rebel says she's giving them their prom back in the form of MORP, which is prom spelled backwards.
Because we're turning prom upside down.
More.
Tickets are free, and everyone is invited. So don't worry about finding a date or spending your college savings on a dress and a tux and a limo. Just come as you are, 'cause that's the way we like you.
Gotcha!
However, Stacy's not happy about this.
It could be great.
You know, Gavin, I thought you would have been more upset about prom being canceled, considering we were going together.
Well, yeah, but we can still go to MORP, right?
It's not the same. I mean, no limos, no dresses. What is the point?
To come as you are. Be yourself.
What about prom king and queen? People were nominated. Somebody has to be crowned. It's like law.
Why don't you call Radio Rebel and tell her that? I'm sure she'd love to hear from her #1 fan.
Ha!
We need to rehearse. I'm not gonna fail this assignment because you two have zero work ethic.
I think we're in trouble.
Stacy then begins to think that Tara's Radio Rebel. So while in the auditorium, she invites her to her house for a party.
Gee, thanks, but I have plans.
Really? Same plans as last night? I went by your house. I could have sworn you said Wednesday was your mandatory family dinner night, but your mom had no idea where you were. Strange, huh?
I was, library.
You were, library? Sure you were. There's no way that you were, say, DJing a radio show at that time?
No, why would you think that?
Radio Rebel mentioned her #1 fan last night. That's what you called me yesterday.
Must be a coincidence.
Save it. I'm watching you, Tara.
If you think that I'm Radio Rebel, why don't you just tell Principal Marino? She already thinks you're perfect.
Because I need proof. And tonight I will get it. If you don't show up at my party tonight, we'll both know why.
Why do you even care?
I'll tell you why. Votes. People are going to elect her Morp Queen because they want to find out who she is. But if they already know, they'll vote for the girl who truly deserves it. Me! This little DJ act is coming to an end. Soon.
Later at Stacy's party, which is going on at the same time as Radio Rebel's next podcast, Tara shows up and Cammy and Delilah are using recordings for the podcast.
I'm calling into the show.
Don't be shy. We want to hear what.
How are you here and there?
You're on with Radio Rebel.
Do you know you're a hypocrite?
Hi, what's your name, caller?
Save it! You say you're all about the people, but Morp is all about you. Now you get to lobby for Morp Queen votes on the radio every night. Not fair. The other Morp Queen nominees should get equal airtime, meaning me.
Play track 15.
I totally hear you.
You hear me? I don't think you do.
Track 22.
Say what you want to say.
I think you're using subliminal brainwashing to get people to vote for you. So I'm going to take this opportunity to ask the school to vote for me. Stacy for Morp Queen.
Okay, play 40 next.
Hi, what's your name, caller?
You already asked me that.
I said play 40. You said 14. Play 33.
Thanks for calling.
I'm not done with you.
Tara then calls the show, talks to Stacy, and walks all around the house with Stacy following her.
I can hear you very clearly. I can hear you so clearly, Radio Rebel, that we could be in the same building.
Same building? What are you, crazy?
Are you here at Slam, Stacy? I don't see you. Or maybe you're hiding somewhere.
I'm just a little bit worried about you, Stacy. I'm afraid that if I beat you out for Morp Queen, your fragile ego won't be able to survive.
Can you hand me my jacket?
What was that?
I'm sorry, what?
Who was that?
That was my sound guy.
We just got a brand new demo in today called My Jacket. Maybe I'll play it for you.
I have a better idea. Why don't you come forward and stop hiding like a coward?
Would a coward be afraid to go up against you for Morp Queen? Because I'm not. I'll see you there, and you'll see that
I'm not afraid of anything. Thanks for calling.
Stacy then finds Tara in her bedroom and asks her what she's doing.
I was trying to find the bathroom. Your house is so...
What are you really doing in here?
looking at your photos.
I remember you used to dress like that every day in 2nd grade. I also remember being really jealous. Of what? Everyone making fun of me?
No, how confident you were being yourself. I didn't know people made fun of you. Doesn't feel so good, does it?
I don't need a lesson in manners from you. Now get out of my room.
After that, the G's perform a song.
Caught me sneaking out the back. Daddy chased me down the street. Good thing I've been running track. He'll grab me till I'm 83. Gonna meet up with my homies. Party like we're VIP.
I can't believe there's so many non-pops in my backyard. Feels like they're multiplying, like cockroaches. Hangers.
Later that night, Gavin talks to Tara.
You know, ever since the band took off, people assume I'm this confident guy, but I get nervous before gigs. Like, really nervous.
Yeah?
Yeah. We're not so different, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
So, how do you do it?
I try to remember I'm not as alone as I feel. Radio Rebel taught me that.
Well, she's a clever one.
Yeah, she is.
Meanwhile, Kim goes to Slam FM as a pizza delivery person and records Delilah and Cammy talking about Tara.
You gotta hand it to her. I mean, Tara was right. You really can be at 2 places at once.
I'm just so glad she asked me to help. I sometimes think that maybe she's a little embarrassed by her crazy mom.
Are you kidding? She adores you. I mean, she talks about you all the time.
She does? Oh, mascara overflow. Excuse me.
Tim then leaves. Later at school, Stacy locks Tara in the janitor's office and the play starts. But Gavin wonders where Tara is and asks his band if they've seen her.
Move on already. Pay attention to Stacy.
You're turning into a real jerk. You know that, don't you?
Me?
Yeah.
You're the one who needs to get his priorities straight.
Or what? You gonna kick me out of the band?
Is that what you want?
What I want is for you to drop the stupid rock star act for 5 minutes and just try to be a normal person.
Okay, I am the front man of this band. This rock star act is what put us on the map. If you don't want to be part of that, then that's fine with us.
What happened to G's for life?
Yeah, ask yourself that. Enjoy your solo career, Gavin.
Gavin then asks Stacy if she's seen Tara, but she lies by saying no.
I have no idea where she is. I can't believe she'd do this to us. So unpro.
We have to tell Mrs. Brower we can't do our scene.
No. Stacy DeBain is not a quitter. I'm not gonna fail this assignment just because Tara's a no-show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to make an announcement. Stacy DeBain will be performing in place of Tara Adams, who apparently couldn't be bothered to show up.
Meanwhile, the janitor comes by, opens his office door, freeing Tara, and she heads to the play.
What's she waiting for?
I'm waiting for you to make a move.
Stacy then confronts Tara.
He is so disappointed in you. And who can blame him? Okay, Radio Drivel. You were bad enough when you didn't talk. But trying to destroy me on your stupid radio show? Did you really think you'd get away with that?
Look, you're wrong. I'm not her. If I...
Save it! You're not her? Then explain this.
I was afraid we biffed the call. Tara was right. You really can be at two places at once.
That doesn't prove anything.
No? Then you won't mind if I email it to the whole school? And Marino?
What do you want?
Stacy then orders for Tara to make her fans vote for her.
Tell everyone on your show to vote for me. And if you say anything about this little private moment, I'll tell everyone who you really are.
So Tara does what Stacy told her to do. Gavin gets a text from Audrey telling him to meet her outside. The next day at school, Gavin confronts Stacy for what she did to Tara.
What are you talking about?
The closet. Don't bother denying it. I have a witness. What did Tara ever do to you?
You don't know her, Gavin. She's not who you think she is.
No, Stacy. You're not who I thought you were. I can't go to Mork with you. I'm sorry.
But we're gonna be king and queen.
I don't want to be king. I never did.
Later at the Mork, Tara arrives, but she can't find Gavin and she has to talk to him. So Audrey takes her to a quiet place.
Okay. You're beautiful. You're a queen no matter what happens.
Tammy then announces the Morp King, which is Gabe since Gavin dropped out, and then she calls the two nominees for the Morp Queen, which are Stacy and Radio Rebel. But Tara doesn't go up on stage, and the Morp Queen is Radio Rebel.
she's in here to accept her crown, maybe it should go to the person with the second most votes.
Rob then plays a recording of Tara as Radio Rebel, and she reveals herself as Radio Rebel. Principal Moreno then goes up on stage and expels Tara. But then the crowd starts saying that they're Radio Rebel.
No, I'm Radio Rebel. Oh, I'm Radio Rebel. No, I'm Radio Rebel. No, I'm Radio Rebel.
You can't expel everyone, can you?
Tammy then hands the Morph Queen crown to Tara, but she says something.
I mean, I guess since we're all Radio Rebel, this crown belongs to all of us. So congratulations, kings and queens. But there is one person who has been dreaming about this crown for her entire life. Although I'm not quite sure if I heard her say she was Radio Rebel.
Stacy then says that she's Radio Rebel, and Tara gives her the crown.
Why are you being so nice to me when I've always been nothing but mean to you?
Just look at you right now, Stacy. That dress, the crown. You're 100% you right now. That's all Radio Rebel could ask of anyone. You are yourself, and you've never been more beautiful.
A little later, Gavin comes up on stage and sings a song for Tara, during which the other G's join in. After the song, Gavin walks over to Tara and she asks him why he didn't tell everybody that she's Radio Rebel.
You wanted to keep it a secret. I respected that.
Thank you. You know, you really know how to dance for a sandwich.
Oh.
He then asks her to go to Morph with him, and she says yes.
So, should I call you Tara or Radio Rebel?
You can call me either. They're both me.
And that was Radio Rebel. What did I think of it? It was very awesome. In the end, I give it 4.5 stars out of 5. Well, that's it for Radio Rebel. Be sure to join me next week when I'll be reviewing the last Disney movie directed by Vincent McEVT. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to tell your friends about me, leave some questions in the comments below, subscribe, and hit that like button.
Come on, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna start a revolution. 'Cause we need a new solution. Gonna smash and break right through the mold. 'Cause we're gonna find a new way. And we gotta start a new day. Gonna leave you better with the old. Yeah!
Steady. Binoculars! Focus, Larry, come on! Slow. Got him! Okay, go! Keep together. Blend in, blend in!